and then we just watch the first minutes of that. Okay, it is real, but it just goes under. People are just not like are not interested enough, I think. So there we go. It's NASA Daily. I don't know if it's official NASA
What if
an official NASA, because it's only 10,000 like episodes. But there is like official statements in it. So listen to that.
interstellar object whirling through our solar system is actually a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by aliens to
Being
test
probed.
how humans respond?
The data will get better as it comes closer, but eventually, yes, this is considered to be non-gravitational acceleration, a subject that could reveal the existence of a propulsion system or some engine to the object.
So to break that down, that thing does accelerate and brake and to keep its course, right? That thing.
I3-Atlas is the size of Manhattan Island, and it's following an impossible trajectory that visits Mars, Earth, Venus, and Jupiter, like it's on some kind of planned tour. Harvard professor Avi Loeb looked at the data and thinks we're looking at humanity's first confirmed alien spacecraft.
So
But
like
here's the terrifying
real scientists think this is a spacecraft. It's crazy.
question. Are they here to study us peacefully, or have we just attracted the attention?
And it
of
will
something
arrive soon.
far
So it will be at Mars in 10 days or in like 14 days or something. It will be here.
more dangerous than we ever imagined? A massive alien object racing toward Earth. This object, designated I3-Atlas, was traveling at over 130,000 miles per hour through our solar system. That speed is so incredible that you could fly
Oh
from
God,
New York
yeah.
to Los Angeles in just over 1 minute if you could somehow hitch a ride. But speed was only the beginning of what made this visitor so mysterious and potentially terrifying. Within 24 hours of its discovery, NASA experts confirmed what many suspected, but few wanted to say out loud. I3-Atlas had come from somewhere far beyond our solar system, crossing the vast emptiness between stars where no human spacecraft had ever traveled. The object was moving so fast that even our sun's massive gravitational pull couldn't trap it in orbit, meaning it would eventually shoot back out into the cosmic void unless something deliberately slowed it down. But here's where things get really disturbing. This wasn't some small chunk of ice and rock like most visitors from space.
That's the thing.
Early measurements suggested
An alien invasion
I3-Atlas
feels right
could be
for our
anywhere
current
from
timeline.
6
Kind
to
of,
9
right?
miles across.
It's just like, it feels like, it just like fits in the fucking time right now. It would be just like, people would just be like, yeah, right. Let's move on. It's like, I don't
making
know.
it comparable in size to Manhattan Island. Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing something the size of an entire city racing overhead at speeds that defy comprehension. Harvard professor Avi Loeb looked at all this data and reached a conclusion that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. According to Loeb and his research team, I3-Atlas might not be a natural object at all. Instead,
Yeah, that's
we could be
season's right.
witnessing humanity's first confirmed encounter with technology created by an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. If he's right, then something from another star system has been traveling through space for thousands of years specifically to study us, and we have no idea whether their intentions are peaceful or hostile.
That's
Breaking
crazy.
every rule of physics. When scientists first calculated the true size of I3-Atlas, many of them thought their computers had malfunctioned. We're talking about an object that dwarfs every
When
other
it's too late,
interstellar
right? Yeah,
visitor
yeah. Absolutely.
we've ever detected.
Don't look
by
up.
hundreds
You
of
know that
times.
film?
To
Don't look up.
understand just how massive this thing really is, we need to compare it to Oumuamua, the mysterious interstellar object that visited our solar system 8 years ago. Oumuamua was already considered impressively large for such a visitor, measuring roughly the length of a football field at about
This was also the
330
crazy
to
thing.
380 feet long. That made it easily
8 years ago,
visible
I
to
don't
our
even
most
remember.
powerful telescopes and gave scientists plenty of opportunities to study its unusual characteristics. But 3I-Atlas makes Oumuamua look like a pebble next to a skyscraper. The sheer scale of 3I-Atlas raises fundamental questions about what we're actually dealing with. Natural processes in space can create some pretty big objects, but launching something the size of a small city across interstellar distances while keeping it intact for thousands of years requires forces that barely exist in nature. Most chunks of rock and ice that get ejected from their home solar systems are much smaller, typically measuring in the hundreds of feet rather than miles. What makes the size even more incredible is how it relates to the object's speed. At 130,000 miles per hour,
Holy shit.
3I-Atlas is moving faster than anything we've ever built or even imagined building. The fastest spacecraft humanity has ever launched. Voyager 1 travels at about 38,000 miles per hour, which means 3I-Atlas is moving more than 3 times faster than our most advanced technology. The physics involved in accelerating something this massive to such incredible speeds are staggering. In the cold emptiness of interstellar space, there aren't many natural forces capable of giving a mountain-sized object this kind of velocity. Gravitational interactions with massive stars or black holes could potentially explain the speed, but the statistical probability of such an object maintaining its structural integrity across thousands of light years seems almost impossibly small. Even more mysteriously, the speed of 3I-Atlas means it's not gravitationally bound to our solar system like everything else we're familiar with. Comets and asteroids from our own cosmic neighborhood follow predictable elliptical orbits around the Sun, but this visitor is moving so fast that it will inevitably escape back into interstellar space after completing whatever mission brought it here.
We will see.
Unless, of course, it uses some form of advanced propulsion system to deliberately slow down and stick around for extended observations.
So that's what they think right now, right? So right now, as it is on its course, it will just shoot out our solar system again. But what they are saying is also that the comet doesn't have the normal physically, like the tail behind it and stuff like that, because it's not like the normal ice and stuff like the other rock was. But I think they also say that again.
Path.
So I think they might be coming to visit Mars.
July 1st by the
Because
NASA.
think about it, Mars is also kind of like, you know, all those conspiracy theories that we come from Mars, maybe that we were there like thousands of years before us and we just destroyed the whole Mars and then we had to go to Earth, and now this thing comes, but it goes to Mars. It goes to Mars, not to Earth.
Star.
As astronomers continued tracking 3I-Atlas through telescopes around the world,
So
they discovered
crazy,
something
isn't
that
it?
made even the most skeptical scientists stop
It's
and wonder
so
if they were
crazy.
missing something crucial. This interstellar visitor wasn't following a random path through our solar system like most natural objects would. Instead, it was following an almost impossibly perfect trajectory, designed to visit as many major planets as possible in the most efficient sequence imaginable. The route reads like a carefully planned itinerary for the ultimate solar system tour. First, 3I-Atlas will zip past Mars on October 2nd at
Mars.
a distance of approximately 17.5 million miles from the red planet's surface. While that might sound like an enormous distance, in cosmic terms, it represents what astronomers consider a relatively close encounter that would provide excellent
So it
opportunities.
could be one of those like high cultures that we are like reading all about, you know? The things that we built the pyramids for, kind of, you know, that were also built like 8,000 years ago. And they were saying that this thing, that interstellar I3-Atlas, is like traveling for more than 7,000, 8,000 years now. So it would also kind of fit that time cycle somehow. So we live in the fucking, yeah, they will come. I believe in it. I kind of want to believe it, okay? Because life is fucking boring, right? Wouldn't it be awesome if they come and are friendly and bring us like free energy and we will be all happy and like, I mean, how possible is that? But
For detailed observation and data collection. From Mars, the object will continue toward Earth, reaching its
but
closest...
maybe it's also uniting us as humanity, you know, because it is the first external thing and we have to kind of hold together as humanity and kind of defend ourselves, you know. So maybe it unites us and maybe gets us stronger. Maybe they just puff us out and maybe we are gone in next year. Maybe this is all about, I have no idea. Friendly? Nah, I want them to be evil. I don't know, man. I don't want them to be evil as well. I want them to be advanced technology, you know? Like they have like free energy and they bring us to that, you know? And that we can overcome all our fucking eco crisis here. Imagine that they come and they have like one of those like nuclear or some fusion, some kind of shit, you know? We can like power all off with one of those things. And then we can also go for space traveling more with Elon Musk together and stuff like that, you know?
approach on December 19th
Elon.
at a distance
Maybe
of about
Elon
167 million miles.
Who knows?
Then it will swing by Venus at just 60 million miles before heading back out toward Jupiter for a final pass at 33 million miles from the gas giant. This entire sequence follows such an efficient and comprehensive path
This is so
that
great.
it
This
appears to have
flabbergasting.
been planned by an intelligence familiar with orbital mechanics and interplanetary navigation.
So what NASA kind of found out, this course that this fucking probe or this I3-Atlas thing is, would exactly be like the same course they would calculate if they want like the most effective like results of it, right? So that's what they saying. They say they would do the exact same and the probability of that is 0.005%, I think, or something like that. So it's just flabbergasting me. It's some kind of, it also could be nothing, you know?
When astronomers calculated the statistical probability
Any
of
civilization
such a
in massive
perfect
quantum intelligence would be
trajectory
able to be an
occurring by
equivalent
random
of what we call
chance,
majors.
the
Exactly.
results
But would they use a spaceship like that? You know, I thought about that because if it is the same technology as we would use, then they have like kind of the same timeline then, you know? Because I think if you master quantum, you don't need any of like, you know, speed or stuff like that, or acceleration or stuff like that. You don't need that with quantum, right? Like acceleration and stuff like that is like old school physics kind of, like with like old school engines and stuff. Because I think if you master quantum technology, you also have different kind of like acceleration technology kind of. You still need to reach places. Yeah, but you have different, yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe it like the fucking hull of that thing just build up over the thousands of years, you know? Maybe in the heart of that thing there is a spacecraft maybe, and they are all in cryo sleep or something like that. Man, my head is
absolutely
racing.
staggering. They determined that the likelihood of an interstellar object naturally following a path that brings it close to 4 major planets in such an organized sequence
It's all about
is less
probabilities,
than
right?
0.005%.
Quantum allow you to move big
In
distance
mathematical
instantly.
terms,
Yeah.
this means that if you sent
I know what you
20,000
mean. I
random
know what you mean.
objects through
You
our
need like
solar
the both
system,
end portals for that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
only one of them would naturally follow a route.
And they do have advanced technology because the thing is faster than anything that we would have ever be able to accelerate, kind of, is what they said, right? So although our probe that they said this was shot into space in like 1970, so I think our technology is now also better.
Even remotely similar to what I3-Atlas is doing. The implications
To be fair,
of
we
this
have no idea how far the military is on a fucking moon base, for example. I think they already have a moon base. US also already has a moon base, kind of, or some outer space kind of thing. There must be, else we are fucked.
Statistical analysis are profound and deeply unsettling. Either we're witnessing an extraordinarily rare cosmic coincidence that happens less than once in 20,000 attempts, or we're observing something that was deliberately planned and executed by an intelligence capable of interstellar travel and precise trajectory calculations. What makes the path even more suspicious is how it seems designed to maximize observation opportunities while minimizing the chances of detailed study from Earth.
Ah, yeah, that's what it says. So when it's the nearest to the Earth, it's on the other side of the sun, so we cannot see it. Like perfectly planned out, kind of. So NASA would do the same to not be seen.
Of 3I-Atlas's closest approach to our planet will occur when it's positioned on the opposite side of the sun from us.
How? What are the odds?
To examine with our most powerful ground-based telescopes. It's as if whatever controls this object wants to observe
Italy
us
has a
without
moon
letting
base?
us observe it back, following what scientists call a reconnaissance pattern designed to gather information while avoiding detection by the civilizations being studied. It's definitely an alien spacecraft. Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard University.
We don't know that, right?
Isn't someone who
That's
makes
the video
wild
saying.
claims
We don't know that.
lightly. He's one of the most respected astronomers in the world, with hundreds of published research papers and decades of experience
Also can be
studying
nothing.
black holes, dark matter, and the earliest
First
galaxies
lunar
in
home
the
for
universe.
astronauts will be
So when
Italian.
he analyzed all the available
interesting.
data
I'm gonna read
about
that later.
3I-Atlas
That sounds
and
interesting.
concluded we're probably dealing with extraterrestrial technology, the entire scientific community was forced to take his theory seriously. According to Loeb and his research team, everything about 3I-Atlas points toward artificial rather than natural origin. The trajectory is too precise and too perfectly
And we can't
planned
do nothing. We
to
can just
result
watch.
from random gravitational
Launch is scheduled
influences
for 2020.
acting
Oh,
on a chunk of space
okay,
debris.
that's interesting.
The
Nice.
size is unprecedented for an interstellar visitor, suggesting advanced engineering capabilities rather than natural formation processes. Most significantly, the timing of its arrival seems almost too convenient, appearing just as humanity has developed the technology necessary to detect and track such objects.
I don't know about
Loeb's
that.
team
That's a
proposes
weird
that
part.
3I-Atlas might be what they call a reconnaissance probe. Designed to study as many planets in our solar system as possible while avoiding detailed observation by any intelligent species it might encounter. The carefully planned route would allow whatever controls the object to gather comprehensive information about Mars, Earth, Venus.
So why would they kind of want to arrive when we are able to detect them, but on the other side, they don't want to be detected? That's what I mean. That's why I was in the video like, that does make sense for me, kind of. But it's an AI video, I think. So.
And Jupiter using sensors and instruments far more advanced than anything humans have ever built. But here's
It's
where
still
Loeb's
fucking
theory gets really
flabbergasting me. Just the
mind-bending.
idea.
He doesn't think 3I-Atlas is planning to leave our solar system at all. Instead, he believes it might use sophisticated propulsion technology to slow down and enter a stable orbit around our sun, possibly near Jupiter, where it would be difficult to detect but perfectly positioned to continue long-term surveillance.
Imagine that. Imagine that we just have a new planet in like a month. But the good thing is we will be sure in a month, right? So in a month, Earth will be like pulverized, or we will have a new planet that is observing us. And we have no idea because it's near Jupiter, which is like almost not seeable, I think, or something like that. A lot of people don't know how big Italy is in space technology, even during the Cold War. No, I haven't. Like, I wouldn't have thought that. So yeah, very impressive. You Italiano, bueno.
Human civilization and technological development. The implications of this scenario are staggering on multiple levels. If Loeb is correct, then an intelligence from another star system has been planning this mission for thousands of years, launching I3-Atlas on its journey around 8,000 years ago, when human civilization was just beginning to develop agriculture, writing systems, and permanent settlements. Was it possible that
I also was like, what? Like 8,000 years ago? Settlements? I think he is like referring to like high cultures, right? Like the Aztecs and stuff like that. That was also like 8,000 years ago, right? And this was also where they had like agriculture and stuff, just not electricity, right? So he's meaning like the old school like high cultures, like the Aztecs and stuff. And they also, this is 8,000 years ago, so this fits. Again, they were also talking about fucking landing ships from the skies, so it all fits, kind of, right? So we are perfectly in the cycle. They will land soon, in 2 months, 1 month. The Aztecian gods will come, but we are more advanced now. We will shoot immediately, and then they can shoot back, and we are done. Yay. 8K years ago, I think it was Bronze Age, by the way. Okay. All right, got ads. Right. Hey, Wally, welcome in. How we doing? We are watching the I3-Atlas documentary because we think it's a spacecraft. It's an alien spacecraft.
our species had reached some kind of technological or social threshold that triggered interest from distant observers? The terrifying dark forest theory. Loeb's spacecraft hypothesis inevitably leads to one of the most chilling concepts in all of science
That's also
and philosophy.
pretty
known
dark.
as the dark forest hypothesis. This
That's the
theory
name.
attempts to answer one of the most puzzling questions in astronomy. If the universe should be teeming with intelligent civilizations based on statistical
We'll download
probability,
it after.
why haven't we detected any clear evidence of their existence?
Why
The dark
is
forest
no one...
provides a terrifying possible explanation that keeps many scientists awake at night. The concept gets its name from a simple but absolutely horrifying analogy. Imagine walking through a dark forest where every sound could indicate the presence of a predator waiting to attack. In
What are
such
you
an
doing?
environment, the smartest strategy for survival is to remain as quiet and invisible as possible, because making any
No, I'm
noise
finished playing
could
Fortnite.
attract something
We're
bigger,
playing Skate now.
more dangerous, and perfectly willing to eliminate potential
But
threats.
we were coming
or
to this
competitors.
topic of I3-Atlas, and that's why we watch this right now. Anyway, to be honest, a lot of asteroids were not identified in the past and been found out to be just weird asteroids, never been seen. Yeah, I know. I don't want to dive too deep into it, because it also can be nothing, yeah? I don't mean you, haha, okay. Okay, it was the wrong chat. All right, no worry. Yep.
According to the dark forest hypothesis, intelligent civilizations throughout the galaxy face exactly the same dilemma on a cosmic scale. Any species that reveals its presence by broadcasting radio signals, launching visible spacecraft, or otherwise announcing its existence, risks being discovered and destroyed by something more technologically advanced and potentially hostile. This creates a universe where every civilization capable of interstellar communication is forced to remain silent and hidden.
That's crazy,
Not-
right? If you think about it. But we already sent out the fucking probe that exactly says where our planet is, which is like pretty fucking crazy. Got the computer, nice, awesome. That's nice. That's good news. Now you only have to install like 20 gigabytes of Windows updates. No worries. They're going to hold just everything over. Perfect. Congratulations on the new PC for your mama mia. Not transferring it. Yeah. Don't take that risk.
Because they're naturally antisocial, but because revealing themselves could result in immediate annihilation. The survival strategy
So yeah, the question was, why, if there's like more intelligent life out there, Why are we not hearing anything? Why are we not seeing anything? And the fucking answer is because everyone is fucking afraid to be annihilated. Because if you send something out, something bigger comes and eats you. Like the fucking bigger fish always eats the smaller fish. So we just stand in the middle and hope for the best.
Becomes a cosmic game of hide and seek, where the penalty for being found could be the complete extinction of your entire species. Every civilization that reaches technological maturity must make a crucial choice between remaining forever silent and hidden, or risking detection by broadcasting their existence to the stars. Those civilizations that choose to reveal themselves may discover too late that they've attracted the attention of something far more dangerous than they ever imagined. The arrival of I3-Atlas raises deeply disturbing questions about whether humanity has already been discovered by entities operating under dark forest principles.
Hell yeah. That's what's happening. Which is crazy.